podcast. And this is the Pitch with the Tits, Brendan, and I'm the host.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Doing good, mate. How are you?
Did you enjoy the race? Should we get straight on?
Oh, yeah, it was great fun.
We should get straight on with the news, shouldn't we? You can hear my terrible news story jokes. So let's get the news music on now. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. That is loud. That is loud. Let's turn that music down. Okay. Day 15 of the defamation trial between the porpoises and the Formula One community. The porpoises now claiming that there were at least 10 alternative descriptions of the Formula One car's behaviour on the table during pre-seasons. These included kangarooing, bunnying, or bouncing like a Thai prostitute, or bouncing like a Haas team check. The FIF claimed that none of these made it to the final description stage, with the exception of Bunny, which was blocked by the Shags Like a union. Hey, did you get that? Did you get that?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, tell your face. Right, okay. In other news, Nikita Mazepin makes a statement about his possible return to F1. On evaluating the Haas team's performance during the previous two races, Mazepin pledged that if he is given another chance, he will double the crashes of Schumacher, stating that he knows he could do bad if he tried harder. No? Kind of read that wrong. Read that one wrong. Okay, read that one wrong. In more breaking news, former Formula One driver John Watson recently went on record criticising Lewis Hamilton after his complaints of backache following his fourth place at Baku. Watson described Hamilton as a pantomime dame and that he should get back to the gym. The Mercedes team responded with, "Oh no, he isn't," to which Watson claimed, "Oh yes, he is," to which Mercedes claimed again, "Oh no, he isn't." Get it? Mercedes have yet to reply to Watson's claim that there is someone behind them. There's a smile. There's a smile. Okay.
Oh, man.
A happy day, finally, for McLaren as both cars finished in the points in Baku. Celebrations went on late into the night until someone spoilt it by informing Lando Norris that he finished behind Daniel Ricciardo. A partygoer had to stop Lando Norris jumping from a bridge as he shouted, "This is the worst day of my Formula One career." Even I laughed at that one, and I only wrote it 10 minutes ago. And finally, after Ferrari's double DNF in Baku, the team designers have come up with a radical new engine component. Bonito has announced a flux capacitor and exclaims that they can travel back in time to when they actually won championships. Doubt still remains as the effectiveness of the upgrade, as lightning isn't forecast for Canada. Okay. And that ends the news. Let's have a round of applause. Come on. No?
Yes. Oh.
Okay. I'll stop sharing now. Never have the word "stop sharing" been more appropriate.
Oh, welcome.
Oh, welcomed. How are you, sir? So, quickly, before we go on to Pit Talk about the wonderful race in Baku, we need to put some celebration music on. Where is the celebration music? Oh, yes. We got another positive comment, people. We got another positive comment. Would you like to see it? Of course you would. I love the podcast, guys. Absolutely hilarious. I listened on my Alexa, but why do you guys love K-Mag so much? Also, you should get Ernie back. We have been trying to sort out technical difficulties for Ernie's return, but he will be back. We promise. That is a promise. We don't. Oh, stop the music! Stop the music! We do not purvey fake news on this podcast. Ernie will be back. So, anybody?
Can we just clarify? Can we clarify that it's not you guys that love K-Mag? It's just Wayne.
He's a stone cold legend. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Come on, tell me. Tell me you don't get tingles looking at that man. Okay. Let's stop that and let's get straight on.
Thanks to Alex, though.
Alex?
Who's that?
That was Harry.
Harry, was it?
Harry, yeah. Harry, thank you so much. And do you know what? If you've got any more news and you want us to cover anything, do get in contact. If you've got any more gags that are better than my news broadcast, please do.
They're going to have to push it really hard to be better than that, Wayne.
They are. I was impressed. It took me about an hour to write those today. I thought I've got nothing. Yeah. Should we get straight on to pit talk, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, pit talk. Pit talk intro. Hope you like it. We're going to go team by team, aren't we? We're going to go team by team. Which team do you want to start with?
Okay. Ferrari.
Oh my
Ferrari. What happened?
What is going on? Winning culture. They have not got a winning culture.
It is. It was different problems, new problems. If it's the same problem and they haven't had time to fix it, you can kind of forgive that. But different problems, they've had turbo issues. So it was on Leclerc's car, it was a turbo unit failed in a different place and it trashed the engine. So he's going to have a new engine for Canada. But it was a different part of the turbo that failed. So they weren't watching it as closely. They were watching the previous part, see if the upgrades had worked on that. But it's terrifying that there's all these little niggles happening, You could
really see it in Leclerc's face.
Because
previously he'd been like, no, there's loads of positives still. Don't worry, we didn't finish, but there's loads of positives. We're doing this, we're doing that. But this time you could see his shoulders were down. To have now he's third. And Red Bull, who previously had like reliability issues, there to pick up the pieces. Always going to be there. They're always.
Yeah, always.
I don't know how.
And that's it. It's consistency, isn't it?
It is.
And I think it's going to come down to a 3-horse race. I think at the end, because for the constructors, Mercedes are just there. They're chipping away. Yeah. Mr. Consistency now. He's back in he's in the top 5 again. But anyway, staying on Ferrari.
Good boy.
Charles, he had the engine issue. Carlos had a hydraulic failure. And they've got a temporary fix for Canada, which the word temporary just fills you full of joy, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, yeah. If I can count how many times I temporarily fixed my car.
We'll get on to temporary fixes later as well. But
we liked that. I did like that.
But, with a team that are suffering from reliability issues, having a temporary fix isn't going to do the driver's confidence any good, especially the struggling second driver. Carlos he's building.
Feels like he's got that monkey off his back a little bit now.
He has. He was doing.
He needs to win a race to properly put it to bed.
That's the thing. It's the whole team need to be all on the game. Do you know what I mean? He's getting back up. The team are going down. The team are going to get back up. He's going to go down. It's,
and Leclerc. Whatever you think, he has been Mr. Consistency, banging it on pole every time. He's doing his job.
6 poles and only 2 wins out of that.
Oh man,
that's not good stats.
That's not good stats. So who else are we going to talk about here?
Red Bull, solid,
absolutely solid. Team orders.
Well, there's got to.
No, I don't think he had the tyres to fight him.
No, I don't think he did. I think there's something about Checo's race pace that's different from his Saturday pace.
Yeah.
You know, they need to find that happy medium so that he can get the times on the race car as well as the qualifying car.
Yeah. And it only takes one bad result for Verstappen and Checo's got him.
Yeah.
That is exciting enough.
And Christian's comments about it being Team Red Bull, not Team Max and not Team Sergio. They're just are they going to drive a wedge?
Where you gone?
They're both fighting for first place in the championship.
I missed that, mate. You went a bit wafty. Are they gonna? I lost you. Are they gonna?
Are they going to stay together? Are they going to stay friendly, or is it going to drive a wedge between them when they're that close in the championship?
They're not going to be friends. You can't be friends with your teammate if you're both, level pegging. You just can't. And time and time again, they could be the best of friends. They'll be the best of friends afterwards, a couple of years later when they're all over it. But not at the time. They have to stop. They actually stop being friends.
Yeah.
Unless unless your teammate is at the back of the grid and you can help him out, and it's like a mentory kind of situation. But something's gonna happen.
Or you're midfield and you're going for points. You're holding somebody up so that both your team.
Yeah. But I'm telling you now, we've seen this time. We saw one with Vettel, just multi-21 Vettel. You were meant to hold station, and Vettel just went, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm overtaking. You're taking the win."
Yeah.
And even with that, 1 second. Even with that, even when they come out and apologise afterwards, they still got the win. So it's like, I'm really sorry. I should have been a team player. That was bad of me. He's still got the points in the bag.
Easy to ask for forgiveness and permission, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
who else?
AlphaTauri had a good race.
They did, yeah.
Until Yuki's DRS flap broke.
That was good. I kind of like that. And it actually brought out a flag. This is why we need Ernie back on. That black with a yellow orange disc flag.
Yeah.
And that means come in and repair it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it means that there's debris on your car, or the car's got loose components.
So it doesn't mean retire it.
No.
It means coming, and like all the commentators are going, no, they have to retire it. But if you've not got that flag to tell you to retire it, you're going to do your best, aren't you? And I love the fact they come out there. Let's just stick that thing down and get it to the end of the race.
It would be interesting to hear. I haven't found it anywhere. If anyone's seen it, please send it to us. What the FIA said to AlphaTauri, if there was any comments about putting a car out like that. I know that the pit lane monitor was on his way there, but they got Yuki out beforehand. Have you got those pictures of the wing?
You did send me those pictures. Shall I?
Yeah.
I'll do that then. I'll just scroll past the picture you just sent me just then. Hold on. Where is it? Okay. Where did that go? Did that download? Let's download it. But I wonder if that affected the I wonder if it affected the actual driving, because if you've got one wing open on one side.
He didn't know what it was. He thought it was an engine problem because he'd lost power a bit.
Do you think that it may have been pulling to one side?
Yeah.
It must have been. He must have. Let's have a look.
He must have had better traction on one side. There you go.
Yeah. He must have. And he must have been thinking, the steering's got a bit tighter.
Yeah.
Or looser or whatever.
Downforce on the Alpha side and nothing on the Tauri side.
And his reaction, he was like,
What is he? I don't know if he saw what they were doing, because I don't know if he could see there on his wing, in his wing mirrors.
What got me is they were still quite late to come out with the gaffer tape.
Yeah.
I don't know. They saw it on the telly. They must have known what we're going to do. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. And then if you got the next picture, or if you've still not downloaded that, or I'll only send it to you like 20 minutes before the podcast started. Jesus. Yeah, I'll throw you under the bus.
Okay.
Sorry, to show the level of preparation.
The level of professionalism. We never promised actual professionalism. Oh Christ! All these buttons I've got to push. Right. Okay. I'm sorry, podcast listeners. We're looking at the back of Tsunoda's car. That's what we're looking at.
So in the previous picture, the brown ball was one behind the black ball. But the where it says Alpha Tauri across, the whole part of Tauri had flipped up, and the Alpha part was down. So it had broken where the actuator, almost halfway across the middle of the.
You can see it now.
Halfway across the DRS flap, just where the actuator is. But this picture now that we're looking at is the Alpha Tauri pit crew with proper gaffer tape, duct tape, and they're taping the wing together, and then they tape the actuator to stop it flapping, and it stops it from operating. And they said no more DRS. I think they disabled because the actuator was flapping, so I think they put that out of the way and made it so they couldn't operate. And off Yuki went. I think the only positions he lost was the ones it took for the pit stop, wasn't it? How
long was he in the pits? 10 seconds, 15?
Yeah, he dropped to 13th from 9th, I think.
But it was an unnecessary pit stop.
Yes, it was.
What was he in before?
It's better than a DNF.
Yeah, definitely. Anything's better than a DNF. What was he in? What position was he in before?
I had that up here a minute ago.
Oh, prepared, are you, mate?
I was, yeah.
Right. Let me just. So, I had them all up here as well. Here you go. Look, Baku results. What position did he finish, or what position was he in before?
He finished 13th.
Yeah.
Okay. P6. Yeah. He was in P6 and he dropped to P13.
Yeah. Alfa Romeo, how did they do? I thought they kind of had an up and down kind of race, Alfa Romeo, didn't they? It seemed like...
Yeah. Bottas was doing all right for a long time, and then he just kind of fell away at the end. And Zhou didn't finish. I can't remember how far. How far did he get? He got 23 laps.
Yeah, it was just But
that's another Ferrari power unit. Didn't he have a puff of smoke as well?
I think so, yeah. Let's have a look. Zhou, yeah, DNF. Yeah, it was an up and down race for them, I think. I don't think they're out of it. Let's go. We could go Williams. Williams, just another non-race. It just... Obviously, our friend Latifi.
Yeah, a lot of chat about him today.
He's the new whipping. He's the new whipping boy, is he? Daniel Ricciardo has been the whipping boy for a few weeks now, and now it's his turn.
Well, no, come on. The rumours about Latifi and Piastri switching place, Latifi losing his spot, has been quite rife, and now there's dates on it, and there's the longer term implications of it getting bandied about. So it's becoming more of a rumor and more of a more believable, let's say. Yeah. I'm going to take that AlphaTauri picture down.
Let's stop that. Yeah.
And so they're talking about if Piastri does well at Williams, how does he transfer over to Alpine, because he's still an Alpine driver. Williams will then take Alpine engines, Renault engines as well, instead of Mercedes engines, and there's quite a complex deal being built up around it. So there's a lot of detail there for something that's just pie in the sky, but he is doing absolutely shocking.
Aston Martin, how did they do? What do you reckon?
Seb came in sixth. He did a solid race.
Did all right. If he hadn't had that little moment, I reckon he would have been.
When he did the pirouette, that four-time champion came out there and recovered that.
Oh yeah, nearly drive into. Nearly drove into someone, no?
Tsunoda
Tsunoda
was in sixth, and then
he just thought, I'm getting out. Yeah. Yep. He's Seb's like a man who doesn't care. He's just I'll just pull out in front of you. What are you going to do?
That's what champions are like. We've spoken about that champion mentality where you've got to be ruthless. You've got to just go and do your own thing. Almost
like we talked about science. It's like he's got to get that monkey off his back, and it gives him the confidence to do not silly things, but just to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like you know, you're going to argue with me. I've got so many world championships behind me. You know, it gives you that confidence. And then, so I thought they did all right, didn't they?
Yeah, they
and
did.
you've got to love a bit of Seb. Who else? Who else are we talking? Who else?
McLaren. Should they have let Lando pass? Did Lando bitch too much, or was Danny?
I felt, as you know, I felt like Lando was buying into that whole Daniel Ricciardo's crap game.
Well,
I thought that was naughty of him. That was not a team playing game, and it's come out as a statement afterwards. I read it earlier, him saying it was the right move and we did owe him that place. And I just felt like
what was the right move? They should have let Lando pass.
No, the right move. Lando stated to keep station. It was only fair,
right?
Because Ricciardo let him past. I just felt like he was buying into it. It looked bad, and you know how much I shit on Ricciardo. He needs it. The guy needs that for his confidence. And did you notice he was like maybe less than half a second behind Lando on his times, which was different for a lot of this season. That's a close bit. And I don't know whether it's because he's won that race before. See, he's won Baku before, which maybe before. I know he's won money. Well, yeah, all right.
I think the brake's done him well. I think there's been a lot of, you know, last year you pulled it out of the bag, you had a brake, you came back, we did it. Let's do it again. Let's do the same thing again. Let's focus, get him back. And so I think it'll be interesting in watching what happens and how he progresses from here. I don't think because it feels like the drama's over. He's certainly not safe. I think there's one screw out of 4 screws tightened up his coat peg, but it's still a bit shaky. Yeah. We've let you keep your coat peg there. But you don't need the box today. But I do feel like, as much as like the chit chat around the pits, as you know, because you're there, the chit chat around the pits is, you know, he's out. The team genuinely don't want their drivers to fail. And that was, for me, it felt like they were, by keeping it in station, that was them saying, look, we're supporting you here. We could, because Lando was faster. And I think McLaren, they recognised he needed that as much as anything. And McLaren have got quite a good record of supporting their drivers at tough times, you know? Yeah. And I think Zach has just been honest, you know? And I think you'd better...
It's a lot of money. He's a lot of money, you know what I mean?
It is, but it's better to be honest and then do the whole football thing. Oh, yeah, the managers get the full support of the board, and then on a Saturday afternoon, and then on a Monday morning, he's down in the job centre. You know, that's not fair. But, you know, Zach was saying, Daniel hasn't delivered, which everyone can see, but we're still supporting him, and we hope he turns it round, you know. And now he's on the way back round, I think. He's not quite turned it yet. I think a lot will depend on what happens.
It needs 1 or 2 more good races, or just to be within a couple of attempts of his teammate.
He needs to be on par or close to Lando.
And it did what kind of make you think, he's pulling it out of the bag this weekend. Where's he been? Like you said, he's won Monaco before. Yeah. So, who else?
What about Alpine?
You tell me.
I think they had a pretty solid race, 7th and 10th. With Fernando is just, again, he's Mr. Consistent. He's a bit lower down, but he's consistent, isn't he?
They are making themselves quite hard to overtake. I've noticed this. This is the second race where everyone's just stacked behind Alonso. I think Alonso does know what he's doing. He knows, you can't overtake me. If I put my car here, you guys can't overtake me. And he must have gone back to the garage and gone, hey, Ocon, check this out. If you do this and you do that, they can't get past you. I thought they did really well. And
he's another name that's been mentioned in the merry-go-round of drivers. Obviously, his deal with Alpine was a 2-year deal. That's finished at the end of this season. So he's looking to extend. He wants to extend. He says, if I'm still doing good things in the car, then until someone that can do better things than me in this car turns up, then I should have my seat, right? And he's putting his markers out. There's talk about him swapping places with or taking Vettel's seat at Aston Martin. If Vettel retires or Vettel goes elsewhere because he's not happy. which would, but then that would, if that was Piastri going to take that, but if he goes to Williams, then who takes that spot there then at Alpine? Because they're one of those teams that have got a lot of junior drivers. They've got to get in and they've got to get through, and they've made promises to them, and they have to come good on them. Yeah. And unfortunately for Fernando, he's sitting there taking up a seat that one of those junior team drivers could be taking.
Oh, I've never known a season where so many junior team drivers have been mentioned. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've not been paying attention before, actually. But this season, it's just been constantly, oh, I really want to drive an F1. I really want to drive. And at some point, there's going to be a yank there at some point, isn't there? I mean, it's got to be. So someone's got to move out of the way for someone, you know.
Why not Haas again? You know, Haas. I mean, there's another one that's on the peg.
He's. I can't see.
Let's talk about Giovinazzi coming back to take his seat.
Really? Jeez.
That's just swapping the problem. You know, that's just frying pan to fire. It's just a different flavour.
K-Mag as well. K-Mag didn't have a good race. I'm a bit, you know, I like to see K-Mag in the top 10. I just do. Yeah. And he needs to be in the top. That team, they seem to go backwards. The last couple of races, that team has gone backwards. Do you agree?
So, I think they had reliability issues. They had a water leak, K-Mag did. And it was apportioned, some of it, the failure was down to the porpoising, allegedly.
Oh, don't get me started on this.
Right, is this a good time to talk about that?
We need to. We need to get through. We need to do. Who else do we need to talk about? We need to talk about Mercedes. And we didn't mention a solid performance again by Gasly. Another solid.
Yep. Gasly and Russell.
Do they need to change the rules on this porpoising, or is it a team problem?
It's been interesting. Obviously, Christian came out and said it's Mercedes complaining. It's their design problem. It's not for the FIA to change the rules, you know. But then Bottas has said it. Ricardo said it. Carlos Sainz has said it. Danny Rick said it.
Well, he would do, wouldn't he?
Mercedes have said it. So that's 6 teams. Who else has said it? Haas have said it.
I bet Schumacher said it, hasn't he?
7 teams. So that's 7 out of the 10 teams are having issues with it. It's not just placating Mercedes anymore.
Yeah, but it's a ground effect thing, and we've had ground effects in Formula 1 before. I don't understand.
But if you see, if you set a minimum ride height,
right,
or if you change what the minimums and maximums are, then it gives them a boundary to play in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's across the board. The problem is that the ride height, if the ride height's raised. Yeah. If they raise the ride height, then it's a performance issue.
Okay.
But that's if they raise the ride height for every car, then everyone's still operating within the same rules, aren't they? They've still got the same parameters.
So what's the proposal then?
I don't know. At the moment, they're doing that easy thing of FIA need to fix this problem.
You sort my problem out for me, kind of thing.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons Christian got a bit humpy about it, because they've found a solution that needs a bit more polishing. They've not got over it entirely, but they're working towards a solution for it. Whereas
they've all kind of copied Mercedes, the little stem thing that kept it. Haven't they?
That's changed. That's a new regulation, or that's a regulation that's been introduced.
When was that introduced?
On the thing to stiffen it. I don't know when it was introduced, but not a lot of people picked up on it. But it's now been picked up on.
Oh, so maybe we should have a quick Murray, and then we could go to we could talk about this porpoising a bit more, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've got some images to look at as well.
We've got some images to look at. So let's quickly. Can you hear Murray?
But 4 cars in the lead are both on a 2-stop strategy.
Okay, that was a lovely one from Murray there. Oh, I love that man. Love that
Thank you,
man.
Murray. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
And for those guys that haven't noticed, Murray helps us promote the podcast on Instagram, Facebook, etc., etc.
Yes, the legend back from the grave to help us out because I've loved that man so much. Anyway, we're going to talk a bit more about this porpoising, and I believe we've got some kind of something to share with you and
interesting images that just show the underfloor of some of the teams and how they've evolved over the period. So if you want to
if you want to bring that thing up of that window that I closed earlier, is that what you're saying?
That's the one, yeah.
And now you've got to send it to me again because it's a new. Hold up. Yeah, I know. Listen, dude.
You know what? This might be easier.
Oh no, I've got it.
You got it?
Yeah. Let me just. You're going to talk us through it. I've got to click on that, haven't I? Okay, so here we go.
You're going to have the pictures up, yeah?
Yep, here we go. Share. Can we see that, sir?
Yeah. So if you you can do full screen there. See that full screen icon there?
Oh, let's do that. Oh my word!
There you go. Look at that. All right.
Look at that. It's a bit disorientating being upside down.
Yeah. So we're looking at the underside of the
Ferrari. Oh my God! We're looking at. Oh my God!
Right.
That's amazing. Any podcast listeners, please go onto the YouTube channel because we're getting some exclusive things that we found on the internet, but exclusive to us, images of the underside of a Formula One car.
They're not exclusive to us. I think
they're exclusive.
I
haven't seen them, so they're exclusive to me. That's what I'm saying.
Not exclusive. You're using the wrong word. Anyway, as you can see, all right. So just a couple of points to note.
Okay.
On the underside there, you'll see the dark, the light brown patch down the middle.
Yep. The barge board.
There's a wooden board. It's not a barge board. There's a wooden board.
No. Okay. So the barge board there on the side. Oh Jesus. Yes. Go on. Okay. I hate to do it, but where's the doll? No. Yeah. Go on.
Those wooden boards are a measured thickness, and there's a minimum thickness they're allowed to be.
And that's wooden. That's always been wooden.
It is now. Yeah.
Because I can remember seeing those on the underside of for years a board like that. So I'm presuming that's a standard thing that they have had for years and years and years. Yeah. Go on anyway. Okay. So this is amazing. This is
you've got the fins there, and the purpose of that is to draw the air in across the bottom at high speed, make it go higher speed than the air above, and then
to suck onto the ground.
That'll create the downforce, onto the track. And then obviously, if it does too good a job and it sucks it down too far, it stops that airflow and it pops back up again, and that's what porpoising is, right?
Yeah.
So if we go on to the next image.
Oh, gone too far. I've gone too far. Wait. Let's go.
That's it. That's image. No, go back. Image number 2. That one there, right?
Okay.
You can see again. We're looking at the Ferrari now. Part of the problem is that the air can go out the side of the car, and back in the day they had vinyl skirts that hung down.
The skirts, they were banned in the end. They were banned.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So now what they're doing is these little wings and blades they've got on the edge here. That's to create. It's like an edge wing. It's creating a little vortex off the side just to seal the air underneath. Okay, that's what it's there for. So if you look at the first test one with the blue arrow on the right hand side there's not a very pronounced one.
Right.
But on the Ferrari, the second one, the red pitch, you see it's a lot more pronounced, a lot more detail on
this one here.
Yes, that one there.
Yeah. But
you remember from earlier podcasts when we said about McLaren when they had
I don't know about remember, but go on. Yeah.
They had the Viz flow or whatever it's called, the green paint. It showed you that they were creating the vortexes along the side anyway, and they had a bit more of a crinkle cut floor at the very start. Yeah. And they were ridiculed for it a little bit, and was it legal and yada yada. And now it's been adopted by everyone. So that was
first they mock you and they laugh at you, and then they go, "Oh, that's a good idea." Yeah.
Exactly. But there's still, Danny Rick and Charles Leclerc both. There's videos of both of them bouncing up and down, and it's working.
Well, this is the point I'm making. Maybe like we should look at, and maybe I'll look at a comparison between the previous designs in the 70s, like the famous Lotus that first had this ground effect car with the skirts, and why weren't they porpoising?
Well, were they? Did they?
No. Well, this is what I think.
Maybe they were higher.
They had the skirts. This is what I'm thinking. We'll have a look at why they weren't porpoising compared to these ground effect cars that were.
I'm gonna give you a hypothesis. I think it's because the ride height was higher. They were getting sucked down, but not as much as these guys.
They were probably getting slower as well.
They
were probably slower as well.
Yeah, they would have been slower, but they wouldn't have been getting sucked down quite as far. So they weren't breaking that seal and bouncing again.
It's interesting because I think it was the Lotus 79 Mario Andretti won the World Championship, Ronnie Peterson, his teammate. But that was the first ground effect car. But I think the underside of the car was just an upside down wing. So it was almost like this curve underneath the car. I'm going to look into that.
So if you remember,
I can look into it now. Where's my little book?
If you quickly skip back to the image one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one there.
That's a lot more complex. For a starter.
The main shape there is like a wing. Yeah, it's like a pear shape.
This bit here, this main bit with the wood, yeah.
So that's the pear shape that you're talking about there. It's like wing shaped underneath, right? Right. If you skip forward to picture 3 or 4, I think it is.
This one. This is the side bits again. This is the Mercedes side bits.
Yeah, that's just showing you Mercedes side wings, and they stay.
Oh right. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
So that's 4. Go on to the next one, 5 then, which is the underside of the Red Bull, right?
Right.
So this is the underside of the Red Bull. It's a lot more complex. It's not that pear shape, and this is one that's quite obviously working quite well. Right. It's not. They're not complaining about porpoising as much. So number one, where number one is, you can see it forces the air out. It's not that linear kind of flow that you're getting around the pier on the Ferrari.
Right.
So here it's a lot more complex. They've obviously done a lot more research, a lot more development on it, and that's why Christian's a bit miffed about it. You see where number 4 is pointing there. That's the side wing. It's like they're referring to like an ice skate. It's like a blade that sits in there just to hold the air in.
I see.
And that, you can see where the air comes round and down. So they've found a solution that works. It needs tweaking a little bit. It needs just to.
Is it about when it's getting sucked down? Is it about how they release that energy slower, or where that energy goes?
It's not. It works. It works really well, and then it touches the ground, and then it stops the airflow. So that's why it bounces up. It's not about releasing energy. So that's why if they raise the ride height, the minimum. So
have Red Bull solved a way of it slowing that down? You know what I mean, don't you? No. Yes.
So one theory about it, there's more volume. If you see where the metal straps are, it looks like metal straps in the middle there.
Can we just make another apology to people listening on their Amazon Alexas? We're really sorry. Please pop along.
Other smart speakers are available.
Or the other smart speakers speak. Oh, let's have another drink.
Yeah. So where those metal straps are, it kind of curves up into the chassis a bit, and there's a bit more air in there. So it's still passing over, but it's not the space for it to go, and then it comes out again. So you're still getting the ground effect, but it's not quite as brutal. It acts a bit more controlled.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So it's not going down quite so fast.
Yeah. And Red Bull's nailed it, and they feel like, now we're going to be punished for nailing it by the FIA rules.
if they raise the ride height, then all this is all designed for a set ride height that they've got working well. And if they change the ride height, then they're going to have to change all this work that they've done.
It's kind of like it's nothing like it actually, but here we go, nostalgia head. When they had the fan car, have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Brabham just stuck a fan on the back and it sucked it to the road. And one of the drivers said that it didn't matter what speed you hit a corner, it wasn't going anywhere. And immediately the FIA go, well, that's not fair, that's banned. And it was a genius idea. Suck the thing to the road. But I don't know, it's nothing
that's
like
why
that.
The rule book's gone from a 2-inch thick rule book for the
entire drive,
sport,
don't die,
to the whole thing. So if you skip on to the next picture there, it's a bit more detailed of the Ferrari, and you can see that Ferrari are getting there. They've got the intricacies that number one's aiming at. They've got the side skiff that number two is.
So these must be like just little release valves that kind of
just to ease it off a little bit, just to take some of the speed out.
Yeah.
And and then if you go on to the next one, onto the next picture, this is where it comes out at the end. This is the oh no, that's more detail of Ferrari. Hang on.
Check out the next one.
Yeah. I'm looking for the Red Bull. That one. That's one. So how they control it coming out, you can see that there's that side wing there. And they control how fast it comes out. So again, it's just making it work efficiently. So that's just slowing the air down as it comes out, or is it obviously dampening the effect, I think, that you were talking about earlier, and just making it a little bit, just a tiny little bit less aggressive,
right? And
having a bit of space to move and then carry on.
Yeah. Is there any more here? Have we got any more?
No, I think we're good with that.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Okay. That is. Oh, jeez.
There's some good ones in there. But
there is some good ones. Do you know what? This is
beyond my
topic.
level.
It's beyond. You were beyond my level at the start, mate. But it's been amazing just getting into it. It's worth looking into how they did it in the 70s compared to now. Yeah. Although it's probably not comparable because of the speeds. But
if anyone's got Adrian Newey's phone number, we can get him
on. Just get this dude on, please. Explain what is going on. What's the difference between 1979 ground effects and now ground effects, which makes it more complicated. Shall we go on to good race, bad race? We'll do a quick good race, bad race. Okay. And then we've got to do our predictions. Okay, right. So we'll just stop this slide share. Okay, let's have a good race, bad race.
Steering wheel, somebody tell him to give it to me. Come on, move.
Go. Good race, bad race. We've covered it in pit talk. I know.
Yeah.
Good race. Good race. Who had a good race?
Good race. I think George Russell again. We didn't talk really about
compared to no Red Bulls. You're not putting. It does seem like.
No, we're not talking about who had the best race. We're talking about who had a good race.
Yeah.
George Russell, I think, had a good race. It's nice to see Lewis Hamilton having a good race up in fourth.
Yeah.
I don't think enough's been made of that. I mean, that's good. He's competing with his teammate, although he was quite a bit behind. He was 30 seconds behind. George.
Yeah, all joking aside, do you think there's anything to that John Watson statement that he should just get back to the gym? I did think that when he was getting out of the car, he's not getting any younger. But he's not that tall. And I thought George, if anybody's going to have any problems, George Russell's a bit taller than him.
Yeah.
But you can see it when they're driving. And previously, when this season started, I was a bit, pull yourself together, lads. But seeing that in cockpit view of one, you've got the halo, which restricts your view. Two, now you've got this thing bouncing around, knocking your head together.
I think K-Mag's return and his strapping of the neck
Yeah.
After how long out, you know,
Yeah.
it shows you how specifically trained they need to be.
Yeah.
You know,
They've always had to have their neck
what you-
strong, haven't they? Because of the G forces.
Yeah,
They
and you
do
can
a lot.
see, I mean, you look at my face goes down and in, right? Their necks are square like this. Okay?
I'm not going to put a joke in there.
I've got a big fat head as well, but but they you know, they have to build their muscles specifically for that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that maybe he does. Maybe there is a bit of truth in what he's saying. You know, obviously, there's a good chance that it's been taken out of context or elaborated on the wrong way to make it sound more dramatic and, you know, more clickbaity. But maybe he's got a point that, you know, maybe there is a bit more work needing done in the lower back area just to, you know, to support. Maybe the chair needs a bit of a change in design. Maybe maybe the supports need a bit more given them or something. I don't know. You know, they have different.
It's quite interesting hearing Toto Wolff on the radio to.
No, Mikey, no, Mikey, that was so not right.
Apologetic he is to Lewis, and like we were talking about. Do you not like that? I kind of like it because there's an acknowledgement. This guy is. There's an acknowledgement that Hamilton has put Mercedes there. Do you see what I mean? He has been part of their winning team. A kind of acknowledgement like, we're sorry that you're having to do this. Do you not like it? What's your take? What's your hot take?
I think it's a PR stunt. I don't think he means it. I think Hamilton is very.
That's quick. A very set. I'm the cynic, aren't I?
He's very quick to talk about the team and how it's all the team effort, and how, you know, he's part of that team. He needs to carry his share of the pain. You know, all the guys that work flat out overnight and make parts and do all this kind of stuff and ship them out, they suffer as well in their own ways, right? Now it just happens to be that he's had 7 years of sitting in a pretty comfortable rocket going round that track winning races. Now he's having to put a bit of effort in, and I'm sorry, but I don't think he's liking it. First off, that he's having to put effort in because it's a new car, and secondly, I think, you know, George Russell is just sitting and taking it like a champ, you know, and that's showing up Lewis.
But he's not a champ.
No, he's not taking it. He's not a champ. He's taking it like a champ.
I think that I do think they owe Lewis Hamilton a little bit of a debt, and I do think it's genuine. I do think that I'm not that much of a cynic to think that that's performative. I think it's genuinely, look, you've been with us so long, we are respecting you, we're sorry that this is happening, we're going to fix it. And do you know, over the past couple of years, Lewis has grown in my affection a lot more. I liked him at the start when he was with McLaren. He did turn into a bit of a dick, you know, during Mercedes, but now I feel like I'm out the other side with this guy, and he is gonna be up there. And do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like Seb. When Seb started, everybody loved him because he was great, because he was new. He was in the sister team to Red Bull at the time, and then all of a sudden he was winning championships. No one liked him because it was boring, and now he's on the other side of that. Everybody's like, oh, Seb's great again, you know. And I think Lewis is going to be in that, and I think he's going to be like a bit of a national treasure. And I do believe. Is
he going to stay in the sport long enough? Is he going to think this is last season?
Yeah.
Or
Do you know why? I don't think he's got anything else.
Oh no, mate, he has.
Well, he's got money, but he's not good.
Producing that TV. He's producing that movie with Brad Pitt. He's admitted that he's doing that. He wants to do music. He was working one of the producers at the Miami, I was going to say boat show, at the Miami Grand Prix. There was a music producer saying that they were working together and there was some stuff. They were a long way off releasing anything, but they're starting to build a relationship together. You know, he's always wanted to do music.
He's got lots of things he can do because he's rich, but he's not going to be the greatest of all time in all those things, is he? That's what he wants to be. He's not going to be. He's not going to be the next Jay-Z, is he, for crying out loud? As much as I love the guy, he's not. No. He's not going to crush it. And the problem is he's not.
Is he going to be the next Peter Andre? That's the risk.
No one can do that. No one. How dare you? How dare you? On this podcast, say that about Peter Andre, the trials he's been through, going out with Jordan.
Oh, yeah, that's a challenge.
That's a challenge. That is a challenge. And on that note...
But then they were talking about when
we should get to predictions. We should get to
predictions. When he was going out with Nicole Scherzinger, they said that
it was more
important. Yep, it was more important to keep the relationship happy, because if the relationship was going well, then Lewis performed well in the car. It didn't matter what the car was doing.
What? So she had to do something for him before he got in the car or something?
No, they just had to stop each other.
Real James Hunt style.
When Ange doesn't do that for him. Allegedly, when they were having a Barney, he didn't drive well.
Well, you wouldn't, would you? No one's good at work when they've had a Barney at home.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on to our predictions. See how badly I'm getting whooped by you.
Well, okay. So let's go for the predictions.
I'm ready to write it.
Okay, that's the prediction graphic there. Oh, he's vanished. He's gone. No, he's back again. You kind of vanished when you were topping up your wine there, sir. Let me just find. I've got it also. I had it all already. Don't mess with me. Right. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna stick that on there. I'm gonna stick that there. I'm gonna go back to. Where am I? We're not still sharing the screen, are we, sir?
No.
Okay, let's share screen. Share desktop. Or should we share that? We'll share that. Share. Here we go. This is where we are at the prediction stage. Let's just go down here. There was a there. Okay. This is where we are, and this is how we've got to add up our points, right? We've got to add up our points. Let's get that dude there. Let's get that dude there. Here we go. So, who won the race? Not Perez.
Was won by Max Verstappen.
So we'll do yours first. You get a point for Perez. Let's get a point there. It's just 1 point. You get a point for Verstappen. Science, nothing. Got some out. You get a point for Norris. Where did he come? He didn't come fourth.
Ninth.
Yeah, he didn't come fourth. Leclerc, nothing. Russell.
Third.
So you get a point. Bottas, no,
he was 11th.
You get a point for old
Lewis
goat.
You get fourth.
I'm going to change Lewis's picture to a goat. Alonso,
7th.
You get a point for him. And Gasly,
5th.
So you get a point. And Pole, who got pole? No point there. No point there. Lando, you got the fastest lap? No. What was the fastest lap?
Fastest lap was Sergio with 1:46.04. Oh, you! You're 0.001 of a second now. You absolute twat! You've got to deduct that.
That is, guys.
You edited that.
I've not edited that. Go back on the last podcast. Oh my god. I'm going to put that point in. So no, nothing for you there, buddy. Sorry about that. Not Lando, and you didn't get that pole. Right, okay. Let's do your points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 points, right? So that's 64. You're at 64. You're still not caught up with me. Let's do my points. I get a point for Sergio. I don't get a point for Sainz. I don't get a point for Leclerc. I get a point for Verstappen. Where did Hamilton come?
4th.
Oh, bollocks. It's just a point for him. Norris.
Lando was 9th.
I get a point for him. I get a point for Russell. Nothing for Bottas now.
No, he's 11th.
And I get a point for Gasly. I don't get a point for Magnussen. Who got pole? No, don't get a point for that. Fastest lap was Perez, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So nothing. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you've clawed one back there for 6 on 69 is 75.
Catching you, mate.
can't believe I was 1,000 away from. I am super duper impressed with myself.
I'm impressed with that as well.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do is do the lap times compared to the lap times this year compared to the lap times next year. We need to do and compared so we can see what how far off our predictions are.
We can do that next time. So I'm 75 and you're 64. Okay, let's get the rubber out. We're going to now make our predictions for Canada. Let's just clear this.
Oh, you don't save these?
It's a running thing. If you want to see what we've done previously, you just go on the YouTube channel, can't you? Everybody, please, people, sign up to the YouTube channel.
Taking a snapshot of this and maybe doing some music with it or something would be a good animation as well. We could release, we were
doing snapshots before, weren't we? Let's get our predictions in. So let's clear this board off. Okay. So we're not getting any of that. Okay. Oh, I've done that wrong. Whoa. Focus. Right. Okay. So now we've got our points. What is the fastest lap for Canada?
For the Gilles Villeneuve, is it Gilles Villeneuve?
Yes, of course it is. Canada's.
Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Fastest lap. The lap record is 1 minute 13.078. And that was set by our friend Valtteri in 2019. So that was the last time it was run. So last time out, Valtteri got the fastest lap.
What you saying going to get pole? Who's going to get pole of this? Oh, I'm double clicking. How many times have I double click? God damn it!
All right, and Charles going to get double pole again. Mr. Saturday.
Mr. Saturday, Mr. Blow Up. That's what he is. And what do you reckon about fastest lap? I'm not going to say anything. Jesus, what am I going to give you advice for? I'm crushing it. I'm going to start giving you my secret. Look at that fastest lap. I'm really impressed with that. Fastest lap. What are you going to say? Oh, Christ. Yeah. Who are you doing?
Hang on.
Anybody listening on the podcast, Brendan is now contemplating.
What was your 2 seconds, right? So, I reckon 1:15.
Who's going to get the fastest lap?
I told you, fastest lap will be, all right, Sergio.
And you, like you know him.
Yeah, all those friends get to call him Checo.
Okay,
I'd like to drink with him. 1:15.256.
Okay, and let's go for who's going to win this race. Oh, while you're doing that, I'm going to do mine.
Yeah, you can do yours.
Why are you having it? I'm going to say pole is going to be Leclerc because I do think this guy is going to continue to do the job. I think the fastest lap. I do feel like picking an outsider. I'm going to pick Norris again. Not again, never picked him before, but he did it this year, so. Okay, and my fastest lap is going to be, what was the lap record last year?
1:13.
Oh, I see. So just follow me with my 2-second rule. Okay, 1:15.782. 785. There you go. 785. Okay, that's what we do there. I'll go away. Jesus. Okay, I've done pole Leclerc, Norris fastest lap, and my lap time is 1:15.785. Okay, so where are you going? Who's going to win this race, sir?
It's going to be an interesting one. So the podium last time out, right, was in 2009. Was
2009?
Yeah, 2019. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that was Jenson Button 2009. I'm giving you. a guest there.
Let me see. I've got to check that.
You're gonna check that Jenson Button won in 2009.
He did actually. Oh no, hang on.
Canadian Grand Prix. Button.
It wasn't on the calendar then.
2009. The Canadian Grand Prix wasn't on the calendar.
Nah.
Shut your face. 2009 Canadian Grand Prix. You are messing with my head there, mate. No pandemic. Canadian Grand Prix. Who won the Canadian Grand Prix in 2009? Click. The race was on the previous. Well, it was on the provisional calendar. It was a miss. It was last missing from the calendar in 1970. Canada's absence means next year's calendar has 18. No Canada. Wow.
Anyway, back to the spot.
Okay, quickly. We got 9 minutes.
Yeah, I think Max is going to win it.
You think Max is going to win it? You think this guy's got it now?
And then Charles.
You think Ferrari's going to finish? Well done. Max first.
You just throw the abuse around with. You go. You do your one then. You do your top 10. Go.
My top 10. Okay, I'm going for Perez,
Ooh.
and then I'm going for Sainz, and then I was going to put another Perez in there. Stick another Perez in it, and then I maybe go Verstappen. I think they're just going to be squabbling a bit. What's that? Who was that? Who was that, sir? Mr. Consistency.
Yeah.
I don't think Leclerc's got it. I think Leclerc. I think it's going to happen to his car again. I've got a bad feeling something's going to happen to Leclerc. And then I'm going to go for, and then the GOAT straight behind him, and then Gasly. Going safe here. I'm real safe bets here. Safe hands. None of these Williams guys ever gets a look in, do they? It's a shame. I don't think I've moved him. Let's get Alonso 7th, and we're stuck behind him.
The rest of the field.
Where's Danny Rick? Let's get Danny Rick in it. I want another points finish for that guy. As much as I shit on him, I want him back up there. Who have I got left here? I'm going to put 10th. I'm doing it in the wrong order. Sorry, people who've listened on the podcast. I'll read them out at the end. 10th, I'm going to put Magnussen, K-Mag, the God. And I'm going to stick a Bottas there. Okay, so my top 10 is number 1, Perez. Number 2, Sainz. Number 3, Verstappen. Number 4, Russell. Number 5, Hamilton. Number 6, Gasly. Number 7, Alonso. Number 8, Ricciardo. Number 9, Bottas. And number 10, the God himself came out.
Where's Norris going to be then? He's going to get fastest lap from outside the points. Okay.
He's going to get.
All right. No, it's down now. Right. So, Verstappen, Leclerc.
You take your fingers off the pieces now. You made your move.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm going to be checking this video as well. You did last week. You went in and changed that time.
I fucking didn't, mate. I fucking didn't.
What's your language? Children watch this podcast. You know?
I do. I'll beat them out. I'll beep it out.
All right. Okay. So, all right, Verstappen, Leclerc. I'm going to say Russell 3rd.
All right. Well, we've got Russell there.
And then we're going to have Perez, Sainz, Hamilton.
You're being lazy now.
Why? How am I being lazy?
You just go, you've given up. Feels like you're being like Leclerc, your shoulders are dropped.
Norris, Ricciardo.
Where's Norris? Where is he? I think Norris might have a little bit of crisis of confidence now. I reckon Norris is going to go.
So Norris, Vettel, Ricciardo, and then Stroll.
Vettel. Where is we've got another Ricciardo there? We haven't, have we? Let's make another Ricciardo. Can you see another Ricciardo there? I can't see it.
Yeah. There's 3. There's loads of other ones. Yeah, and then
you're going for Stroll. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I reckon it's his home Grand Prix, counter to his German flag in the image you've got there.
Well, God knows. I mean, what's Hamilton's flag? I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, Canadian.
Is Gasly French? I'm starting to doubt everybody's nationality on these pictures. If you're still watching, I know the average view time is 5 minutes on our YouTube channel, but if you're still watching, let us know. Guys, just put it on in the background. You just listen to us just babble on about nothing. Get on with your washing up or whatever on a race weekend. You've listened to all the other podcasts, but you haven't listened to two morons talk about it. Okay? So that's our unique selling point. That's what I think. Two morons drinking too much.
Yep.
Oh, guys. Okay. So that's your prediction. So let me just read these out for the people listening. It is Verstappen number 1. This is for Brendan's predictions. Verstappen's going to win. Leclerc is 2nd. Russell 3rd. Perez 4th. Sainz 5th. The GOAT Hamilton 6th. Norris 7th. Vettel 8th. Daniel Ricciardo 9th. And Lance Stroll in 10th.
Yeah.
You're sticking by that, are you?
Yeah, because I reckon his home Grand Prix is going to up his game a bit.
Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. I was just taking a large glug of wine there. We're not being sponsored by any wine, but if anybody does, I'm drinking Signal Post Shiraz.
I like a bit of a Jam Shed Shiraz. That's quite a nice one.
A Jam Shed Shiraz?
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking that one up, sir.
It's in Tesco on the club card points, my friend. It's cheap as chips.
This is the part of the podcast where we make wine recommendations for each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
F1 chit chat and wine.
Any other guys? If you want to write in, I want to launch. Let's just stop sharing here because we've got 3 minutes left. I'm going to launch a little competition. A competition no one will enter. Are we ready? How do I stop sharing? Where's the button to stop sharing?
Have you done this before?
What? Podcasting?
Yeah, there you go. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Hi.
Okay. I'm gonna launch a little competition. Anybody?
It looks like you're grabbing that number board behind you.
yeah. You can win Greta. You can win Greta. Oh God, I was nearly a pimp there. Sorry, Greta. I was walking through my local town. I can't tell you where it is, not that anyone cares. And in the second-hand shop,
too much.
I found this box here. Oh Christ, this never works. How close? Is it this way? I see the way I rub myself out. That word is a box set.
What are you doing to yourself later on?
This is the end of the podcast, and this is what happens. This is an 8 DVD box set.
At this point, anyway.
Excuse me, people. This is a competition, okay?
Oh,
we're literally going to get no entrance to this competition. It's an 8 DVD box set of Racing Through Time Grand Prix Legends. 8 DVDs. Remember those, guys? Remember those? Before your snappy Snapchat and your face space and your MyBook. Yeah? So in this, it's got Murray Walker's greatest F1 drivers. Okay. It's got Enzo Ferrari. It's got a whole documentary, a DVD of documentary. And then it's got some champions. It's got Fangio, Jackie Stewart, which I've watched already. I'm not claiming that this is in brand new mint condition.
I hope you're going to put the sub as used in the brackets there.
It was used already. I bought it in the second-hand shop for £3. And it's got Jackie Stewart, like I said, Sterling Moss, Jim Clark, Graham Hill. Is it Graham Hill? Let me just check. It's not. It's Graham Hill. All your classics, and James Hunt as well. DVDs. God, for the love of God, can I not get there? There's the James Hunt one. It's an 8 DVD box set. Now, to win this competition, all you have to do is message me on the podcast chat in YouTube, in YouTube. God, I sound like an old man. And say, I've watched the F1 Show podcast till the very end. can I have my prize, please? And I will.
No. Do you know what?
And then I will direct you to her.
We need to make it cryptic in case there's thousands of comments, right?
Yeah, because there always is, isn't there? There always is. We've got. They've got
to put in.
Quickly.
There's going to be a comment that Ernie rocks. Right? They've got to put in whoever comments with Ernie rocks first on YouTube gets a prize.
Okay.
Let me know you've watched it right to the end.
I've got to bloody watch these now first. Okay, that has been the F1 Show podcast. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.